Oh my god. Honestly, guys, I'm seeing vision. Hold on. Sorry, some mom for a second. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, how are you? My name's Allie, and for coming back, so good to see you again. I missed you, and guys, have I really missed you this time? It's been a while since I've been on here. If you didn't catch my last video, I decided to take a little break for my mental health. Yeah, I was struggling with a sense of burnout and an overwhelming amount of perfectionism that was not doing well for my brain, but now I'm back, and honestly guys, I haven't been so excited about making videos since I literally started the channel, so a much needed refresh. And while I was on my break, I decided to take some time to explore thrift stores. Okay, let's call it what it is, shop. Just for fun, without having the pressure of having to film and make it like work. Anyways, I went to some new thrift stores, and honestly, I found it hard to find some cute pieces. And it had me thinking, a lot of the time when we go to the thrift store, it's junkland. First ride, your grandmother's clothes that you can't even believe someone produced that item at one point. Second ride, that blood donor shirt from 2009. So sometimes when we go to the thrift, we have to get a little creative. We gotta figure out how can we make these random kind of low-key ugly pieces cute? Which, trust, we can. I've made how to thrift guides before, but this is gonna be more of a how to find and make ugly thrifted clothes cute guide. I want to share a few tips and examples of how to pick and style items, but then at the end, I'm also gonna have a segment where I randomly select items from the thrift store rack, and no matter what they look like, we have to make them a 10 out of 10. So stay tuned. I will say there's one place that I know I can go to and get the freaking cutest thrifted piece ever, and that's with today's sponsor, Whatnot, who is coincidentally giving away $500 of shopping credit to a lucky one of y'all. Whatnot is the #1 live stream shopping app where you can buy a bunch of different things like vintage clothes, handmade jewelry, or collectibles like Pop Mart figurines. So I'm in the app and I'm gonna look for someone who has a freaking beautiful picture. Oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous plaid dress that she's showing. As you can see, she has her tape measurer here, so she's gonna give us the measurements. Y'all, the measurements she gave are too small for me. I'm just gonna interact and tell her that's so beautiful. I literally love how you can chat with them as it's happening. It just makes it feel like it's such a community. Let's see what she shows next. Oh my gosh, guys, I need. Guys, literally my comment. I'm excited. Measurements. I love accidentally finding you guys in the Whatnot live comments. I'm gonna freaking go for it. 57. I'm waiting till the last minute. Yes. I got it, guys. I love that literally so many people were in the chat like, girl, what a grab. You got such a good grab. Like, I know, guys. With over 100 categories, you can find so many freaking cool things on the Whatnot app. And the best part is, if you sign up, either scanning the QR code or using the link in my description, you will get $15 off your first purchase anywhere on the app. And even more insane, if y'all follow me on Whatnot at Allie Del Rey, then you will automatically be entered to win $500 of shopping credit on Whatnot. Y'all, that could get you literally the vintage holy grails of dresses that sell on there for like $200 to $300, or you could just do a freaking ginormo haul and get a bunch of cool other vintage pieces such as these that I've seen. So make sure that you sign up using my link and follow me on Whatnot. Thank you so much to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into those in-person thrifting tips. Tip #1 is that you have to stop being obsessed with looking for a specific item. What we're looking for is details. I really like to go on Pinterest and create an inspo board of things I like and take note of different details like the fit, material, shape, design, textures, etc. so that I can get a good idea of what to look for. I'm talking, are we seeing sequins or maybe graphics, stripes, polka dots? Maybe we have over the shoulder moments. Slouchy versus fitted, the length of our tops and bottoms or whatever. Also, when I'm saving inspo, I like to think about my particular climate. I really need light breathable clothes because I live in Houston, Texas, but maybe you could get away with thicker material. The point is that we are looking to pinpoint certain details that we really like or need rather than a specific piece as a whole. This helps you to really zoom out and not be too hyper focused on, does this item on the rack look exactly like my Pinterest? Because girl, most likely it's not going to. Also, a little bit of a sub tip, but another great way to get a general vibe of style and inspiration is from looking at celebrities or TV show or movie characters that you like. For instance, our fashion diva icon, Carrie Bradshaw, who has a closet of the New York gods. If you wanted to have outfits like hers, you would notice details like pinks, florals, frills, tight-fitting clothes, and silk. Or if you're into a vibe more like Allie Hayes from off campus, girl, let's talk about it.
Oh my god, wait, this is me! No!
She gives those casual but wild child vibes, which you can see in her wardrobe. She likes to wear materials like denim or leather. She's often in darker colors, items that have cutouts or low necklines or like tight corset tops. Once you have your details picked out, be open to the way that you could style pieces that have at least one of your details. Recently, I've specifically been loving details of slouchy items, breathable materials, sequins, and warm summer colors. So we're gonna see what items we can find with at least one of those details. I'm starting with t-shirts, which might already be bold to me because it's low-key so hot in Houston. I mostly just wanna own sleeveless tops so that I don't die of heat stroke. But look at me today. I'm wearing a sleeve top, and you know why that is? Because it's a slouch top and it's really breathable. See? Mesh. So I do have some hope for the sleeved section. Ooh, the shape of this and kind of like the shimmery bottom half caught my eye. Now, normally with my slouch tops, I like a little cinch moment at the bottom, like this. This doesn't have that, but because the overall shape is just so boxy, which I can particularly tell is not just because of the size, but because the way the sew and the pit to the end of the sleeve is super short, I know this is gonna give more of that like slouchy look rather than just being too big of a size for me. I could see wearing this on like a Euro or tropical vacation with like a maxi white flowy skirt, a cute belt, maybe brown or sequins or metal of some sort, maybe my gold heels or my tan boots, and a good amount of gold jewelry, but also jewelry that has some color in it rather than just gold or silver, metal, to really bring some life to this kind of muted brown gold. We're getting into a very vibrant area of color, lots of neon, but maybe we could find some more muted colors. A slouch top, and this time it has a cinch. I will say the negative of this is that it's one really heavy, thick material, which is not good for my climate. And also it's a bit plain, but girl, look at that wingspan. So I think to make this piece a grail, I would need to pair it with a mini skirt so that my body can receive a little more air. And then maybe we could pull it over the shoulder, add again gold jewelry to this one to enhance those jewel tones at the top. And then for shoes, again, the gold heels, or even maybe my brown steampunk style heels. I feel like they would complement the brown skirt with this top really well. Let's look in patterns now, see if we can find maybe any florals. I've also been into those. The vague floral pattern of this, even though it's not actually flowers. And the jewels at the neckline. And honestly, the colors all caught my eye. So I don't love this tropical leaf print, but the jewels are so pretty, and I like how it has this like mesh material. So I think that we can live with the print and make this look really cute. Maybe I'm thinking again, we gotta go brown bottoms, maybe my brown shorts, and then to bring out the beige in the top, some tan boots. And then since we already have jewels at the neckline, I'm thinking keeping it rather simple with the jewelry, at least with the necklace. Let's go to tanks. Maybe we'll have more luck there with sequins. While we search, I guess I could update y'all on what's been going on in my life. During my break, I decided to become the freaking workout grind master. So I've been doing a lot more yoga. Finally my hand the ceiling to where I can actually like kind of have to yoga. So I've been doing a lot of hot yoga and really like getting in that zen mind space. I feel like I'm low-key like a zen girly now. Like honestly, I think that's why I'm wearing a lot of like slouch tops and breathable clothes, because to me that kind of gives just like that relaxed but like stylish, cool 2000s zen vibe. But after that I decided I just wanted to take like a lot of different workout classes, so I started ClassPass, and guys, I went to reformer Pilates for the first time in my life. I mean, Pilates period. And then I went to Soul Cycle. We started with the current day cool girl workout type obsession of Pilates, and then moved back to the 2000s it girl workout obsession of Soul Cycle. Why did I know that riding a bicycle indoors would be so freaking hard? While I was cycling, I was already losing my breath to the song Get Low, and our instructor goes, turn up your resistance, I better see you turn it up, even if it's just a quarter notch. And I'm like, girl, I'm turning it down a quarter notch. You got me bent if you think I'm gonna turn it up when I can't even sing Get Low, one of my favorite songs. And then this morning I did hot Pilates. Oh my gosh, tell me why this studio literally looked like a freaking tropical spa retreat. Houston, who? And I've gotten back into guitar and singing and dancing more. Oh my gosh, guys. All pretty girls in the background of mine. Hot girls with the dance. And I'm trying to get to train Jinx to go outside, so wow, I've just been doing a lot. Also, no, Jinx doesn't like the outside yet. I've been taking her in a backpack and slowly introducing her to the backpack. She loves the backpack indoors, but then when I take her outside, she's like, meow city. So if y'all have any introducing your cat to the outdoors tips, please let me know. I see sparkles. Meow, meow. But here's the thing, she is too big for me. I believe Miss Girl is a size large, but for the sequins I feel like we could forgive and maybe do like a slouchy indie sleeves moment with it, or try to. I'm thinking either studded denim ripped shorts or maybe like a black mini skirt. This time we're going with silver jewelry because I feel like black and silver is just a much more elite combination than black and gold. And then to kind of match like these bigger sequins that are triangle shaped, I feel like my spiky Jeffrey Campbell ankle boots, they'd complement the top so well and still give that like indie slays. And then also, since it's already like wide, maybe we could purposely hang it a little low from the strap so you could see like a cute bralette peeking out. I hope that this slays like I imagine, but I think it will. Oh, okay guys, this one's gonna be quite a challenge because I normally don't like little keyholes like this top has, but I feel like I want to challenge myself with this piece because I do really like the gems and the way I can tell it's slouchy and would probably have like a little bit of a nice movement to it. And the color of the yellow, it's such a perfect yellow. I've been like in my yellow era recently, and I don't know if it's because of my pink hair, because I feel like pink and yellow are just such an elite combo. Like look, I mean literally look at me right now. Yellow pants, yeah. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I could take out this stitch here in the center and then it would just like be super open, kind of like this Pinterest inspo pic. So I might do that. Okay, it didn't open as much as I thought it would, but it opened. And then why am I kind of feeling like a jean moment with these? I really think like a boxy jean capri would be cute with like a thick cuff, but I don't own any of those. So I might just have to do regular jeans. And then with like a big chunky brown belt, maybe my gold heels again, throw them back into the ring. I need more heels, guys. I've been obsessed with heels and I really only have my gold ones that are comfortable for everyday wear, so wear them a lot. Then honestly, to show off the neckline, I think we need to do a little updo, but maybe like a messy bun of sorts. Honestly, guys, I'm seeing the vision. Wait, maybe my jeans that have floral design on the sides, like because of the beading, I think it would look good with these. I don't know. You'll have to see with whatever's on the screen. Oh my gosh. And then sometimes you just find straight up Pinterest finds. I love the sparkles, and the shape and fit look like they'd be perfect. And the size, everything about this is just so good. I moved on to dresses to give a different type of clothing example. Oh my gosh. I know this might be like, where are the sequins everywhere else? Why only there? That's kind of weird. And the material is a little thicker than I would like, but it is a dress with no sleeves, so points for that. And you know who this made me think of? I don't know if y'all see it, but like Effie from Skins. Not Trinket, no. Not dramatic enough for her.
Eyes bright, chins up, smiles on. I'm talking to you, Katniss.
I feel like Effie wears a lot of blue and then the sequins and low neckline. It's giving that indie sleeves look. So of course, if I was to style this, I would go the indie sleeves route. I would probably have a cute little printed bralette peeking out the top. Maybe like tights, I don't know. It might be a little too overstimulating with the sequins. I'm thinking messy hair, maybe even tinsel in the hair. And then either my Jeffrey Campbell boots or like my Docs or some other kind of black boot of some sort. And a lot of stacked messy jewelry. I think of like bangles clanging around, a lot of stack of necklaces, just leaning into that indie sleeves Effie vibe. I found another sequin dress. Shape is not giving what I would want it to. I'm not much of a fan of a t-shirt dress. Oh, hey guys, look, they put a white and gold dress on the mannequin. But guys, this is giving me Jenny Humphrey vibes. No, and it's Michael Kors, and it says it's an XS. So even though it is a t-shirt dress, I feel like we can make it have a more desirable fit by adding a belt, and tic-tac boom, we're done. So it turns out that this dress does not fit like a t-shirt dress and does not need a belt to graciously, I don't think that's a word, but that's what I'm thinking, like ginormously cinch it in. But if we wanted to, we could still add the belt as an accessory, like so. Also, this just shows that you don't know what something is gonna look like based on how it looks on the hanger. You really need to try it on. And then of course, with all the appropriate accessories, I'm thinking similar shoes to the last one. Maybe keeping the necklace situation a little more simple since we have so many more sequins, but probably an updo for this one so the hair doesn't get caught in the sequins. Ooh, what is this slouchy looking moment with the stripes? I have been more into stripes and polka dots recently. Oh, wait, these little ties, they're also at the bottom? Hold on, I'm so confused what's happening here. There's this scrunch at the bottom that has ties. Huh? Wait, honestly, is this a dress or a top? I can't really tell what's happening. Like, what? But I like it, I think. I think it could be like a little reversible top moment, and I think it would look so good actually with my yellow flowy pants I'm wearing right now to have that like slouched yoga look. And also look at the brown and the white combined. That's so cool. Even though I'm not really sure what this is, just the sheer flowiness that I can see the potential in is telling me that this would be a good piece. Tip number 2 is to become a pro scissorer. And no, not in that way, unless you also want to do that. But what I mean is just taking a pair of scissors to any ugly top or bottom can make it infinitely cooler. Now, of course, the easiest option, but that sometimes people don't think about, is that you can always cut a tee over the shoulder. Oh my gosh, I probably have 10 t-shirts that I've done this to that have cringy phrases, but because I cut them over the shoulder like they're ow, you know, gonna ow. Okay, I feel like you guys are gonna like this graphic, but honestly, I would not wear it just normally with a normal neckline. But, oh, Betty and the freaking cowboy. I would wear Cowboy Betty if the neckline was gone. Oh my gosh, and this would give so Allie Hayes. Yeah, sorry to keep bringing it up, but also not sorry. She's got my same name. Diva recognizes diva. But scissors can do more than just cut a neckline. You can also do really cool things like ribbing or even cutting shapes out on tops, like how I cut out the skull for my ACL outfit. Honestly, when I want to do like the back ribbing or even like a little schmexy cutout in the front center, I like to just find a stretchy but like also material that bounces back, I guess, so that it's gonna be tight. It's gonna hold that tension even when you make the slits. So something like this pink tank, which is actually a really pretty pink. But see the way it stretches but bounces back really, it has that tension so that when you gut it, it's not just gonna completely relax. It's gonna be like still snatched, and those ribbings are gonna be tight against your back. I prefer doing the ribbing to plain tops, but honestly also you could do it to something like this, which I did grab earlier when I was looking through the tanks and I was looking for sequins specifically, but I looked at the back and I was like, girl, boring.
Boring, yawning, sloppy.
So I thought that I would save it to talk about how you could do a fun ribbing on a top that has a boring back, but a fun front. Another example of an easy cut is on yoga pants. I feel like gauchos are trending a lot right now, and I personally really like them for my yoga class. So I thrifted these yoga pants actually at Salvation Army a few days before I filmed all those other pieces, and I bought them. They are supposed to be high-rise, so I think that's why they're so long, but even then, they're too long for my 5'5" self. But I want to wear them low-rise, and I want to make them gauchos. So we're gonna take some scissors and cut, literally just, and make them gauchos. And here they are! That was literally so easy. 2 freaking seconds, and now I got gauchos that are actually a little shorter than I probably would have liked because I just YOLO'd. But you can see the vision. You can be more precise than me and not make them almost like short length. And final tip number 3 is don't be afraid of a little sewing magic. Tightening a top is actually so easy. Do not delude yourself into thinking that sewing is some high level skill, which it can be. But look, we're not trying to sew a Donatella Versace dress, okay? We're just trying to sew a $5 top to be 2 inches smaller. I'm looking through tanks because those are the easiest tops to sew a little bit tighter. I've done quite a bit of that to my tanks I've thrifted. This is the perfect top to talk about because the brand, guys, it's giving 2000 Zen yoga. I know I've already used that term and I'm like overusing it, but the florals on this, it's literally reminding me of the lily pad flower emoji that I feel like every yoga girly uses to represent yoga. At least I do. I don't know. Also imagine the hair. Anyway, I literally love this. It's 100% my personality right now. But it's a size large and it does look like it'd be a little too big. But all I gotta do is take in each side like that, a little bitty. And all you need is a sewing needle, thread, and pins if you're gonna do it by hand. But if you have a little money to invest, I highly recommend a simple sewing machine. It'll just make your future life so much easier. And hey, even if you have to spend a few $100 on a sewing machine, at least you're thrifting your clothes. But either way works, and you don't even need a dress form. You could literally put it on your own body and pin it there, or you could use an existing tank that you have that you already like the fit of and pin it based on aligning the 2 tanks. Then you just make a simple stitch on each side from the top to the bottom, and I'll put on screen some video tutorials on YouTube. Try it on, and if it fits, you can cut the excess and boom, you got the perfect fitting little top. Oh my gosh, do we have another perfect top? I did not see this earlier. I swear they just brought it out. The collar, you guys know I've been trying to find a top like this with a collar, the baby doll. Wait, also love that it's sheer, so it's a little more light. Oh, there's no button in the middle. Wait, but that's actually perfect timing because we're talking about sewing. I'm still a little intimidated, honestly, to sew buttons, but my mom told me I can. So if your mom tells you you can, you can.
Mother knows best.
But seriously, I did sew this top for Chrissy for Christmas where I sewed like 10 buttons or something, so I think I'm capable. And even though I don't have the button attached anywhere to sew it, which means I'm gonna have to use a different looking button that I can find somewhere, that could still be cool because then you could have one unique button and it could just be like a special little detail on your piece. All you have to do to put the button on is to thread through the top and then through the holes in the button. Again, I'll put a YouTube video, and honestly, we'll be done with that in just a minute or so. And then it'll be the perfect little top. Another easy sewing hack if you have soft pants. Y'all remember those yoga pants that I cut a little too short when I was trying to make gauchos? Well, they're back. And remember how they were high-rise? Well, we're gonna make them low-rise by shortening the crotch. you start by measuring how much of the crotch you want to cut out so that the bottom of the pant touches the bottom of your girly. Just like the tops, you can also take a low rise pant you already have and measure that rise and go from there. Now lock in for the sewing session. I measured that I need to cut 2 inches in the front and the back, and I referred to some low rise yoga pants I already have. Make sure you measure both front and back how much you need to cut, because they could be different depending on the size of your juicy badonk. First, we're gonna cut a little opening right at the crotch. Woo! Now we need to cut up 2 inches along the seam. I'm gonna mark it in case the tape measure moves. Oop! And then do the same on the back. Now that we have our cut, we have to align our top with our bottom to make the new crotch. New crotch alert! New crotch alert! And I'm gonna pin them together. Yeah, OMG, so low rise core. And then from that new crotch, I'm just gonna draw an imaginary line that goes straight down. And that's gonna be where I sew! Since the fabric is stretchy and I want to keep it that way, I'm gonna use a zigzag stitch. And ooh, girl, we're just gonna go for it. I've actually never low-rised pants myself. This idea literally came to me when I found these pants. I was like, oh my gosh, I should include this tip of easy sews in my video. And then I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to show someone who doesn't know how to sew, sewing for the first time, and how she's gonna slay it in just a few minutes. So, we're in this together. I'm aiming for my new crotch. Okay, wait, it worked to make it low rise. Look, there's my new crotch. And the back, the only problem is that I should have sewed all the way down the leg because there is a little too much leg material, so it looks like that. I should have just taken the whole new seam down the entire way. But other than that, we did get the low crotch, and that wasn't that bad. Y'all, before we get into the random pieces styling, guys, their freaking bangle game, oh my gosh. I need to see these bangles. I'm bangle obsessed. This one in particular, oh my. It looks so, I don't know, like medieval or something. I don't know why I'm imagining like a knight or a dragon vibes from just looking at it, but I am.
What, you a YouTuber?
I am, yeah.
I can tell.
From the fact I'm filming myself. Oh my gosh, that sound. Music to the ears. Does this one look too much like a Pilates hoop? Oh my gosh. I'm getting a stack today. Okay guys, well that's all the tips I have. So now it's time for the random styling part. And my mom's here to help me. I'm gonna close my eyes and walk through an aisle, and my mom is gonna tell me to stop. I'm gonna have to pull out whatever my hand lands on. And no matter how ugly, we're gonna have to try to style her. So let's get into it. Go. Stop. Oh my God.
What the hell?
I have a secret to reveal. Well, I did find these first in the thrift store. I have actually already styled all the other pieces. And I left this one for last because I'm freaking terrified. Let's just put them on. Okay, so at least they fit me. One thing that's good. You know what these remind me of? I feel like an old school luxury hotel set of curtains. Like these would be in a 1950s or 60s or something in the 1900s hotel in Hollywood or something. I actually really want to cut these into mini shorts because I think they actually might look kind of chic that way, but I do want to try to play with them as long pants first. So basic top. I added this black tube top, and actually it's the back of the tube top. This is the front, but I wanted to hide the silver gems. So I'm just hoping my hair does that and keeping the front plain. sorry. I wish it was a little longer, but we gotta work with what we got.
Let's work it.
Now with this, I want a black shoe. We're gonna go with these. I really have no clue if this is gonna help or hurt our situation, but we're gonna try. Oh my gosh, no. No, maybe if they were shorts, but no. I do have these pointy heels, eek. So maybe these, I feel like the boots was just too overstimulating. Even though it was covering up pattern, it was a lot. Honestly, I feel like wearing those boots made it look like I was purposely trying to cover up the pattern, which I was, but I feel like it didn't look good that you could tell that that's what I was trying to do, you know? Maybe we should lean in and trying to make the pants look intentional, like I actually chose to own these instead of was forced to. Actually, I feel like this isn't too bad. With the jewelry, we also have to go really simple, so I'm thinking literally thin freaking bracelets, and the only gold ones I have are these bangles, a small dainty little necklace. What should we do for our earring vibe? TBH, I feel like these peacock ones kind of match the pattern maybe of the pants. And then I actually think it'd be nice to have some bracelets more like up on my arm, so I'm gonna just shove them so they stay like that. What?
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Dare I say that this outfit is really good? I honestly think that the shape of the top, like such a low cut, no sleeves, making it really sexy up here is saving the lower half. But honestly, I feel like I could see some like rich, old money, young woman wearing this at like an art gala or something. You know? Even looking back at that clip, I think that we could go for a little more of a dramatic necklace. I feel like this tiny gold pendant kind of blended in with my skin and made it look really bare up here. So am I crazy? Maybe. Maybe just a little bit. But it is kind of giving that art gala vibe I just mentioned, and that's what gave me the idea. Is it too much? Or is it literally completing the vision? I changed my mind again. That was too yellow gold. We need a gold that matches the pants more, so I'm gonna go for this hoop necklace. Let's hope this one seals the deal. Oh, I think this is her. I think this is her. Guys, I don't even think I need to cut them into shorts. I think I really transformed these. I would wear this. I'm not even like, oh my God, guys, I wear this. Like, I would wear this. Off to a great start.
Go. Stop.
This is like sticking out already. All right, it's okay, we got it. So it turns out that this egregiously floral printed top thing is actually a shawl, but I'm debating if I want to style it like a shawl or if I want to, I don't know, like tie it some way to make it a top. Okay, no, this just looks like a hospital gown that has grandma clothing print on it. Maybe head through a hole, wrap around. Okay, no. Okay, maybe on normally, but then we could make like a little tie bra top moment. I think we're gonna have to wear it normally. With that in mind, since the print is just, it's giving a lot. I think we need to go pretty simple print-wise for the top and bottom. So when I first saw this print in the thrift store, this was the first piece in my closet I thought of. But honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I would prefer maybe to match the length of the shawl instead of the maxi skirt. So maybe a white mini dress moment. Or we could really lean into the Coachella aesthetic and do the little white top with denim shorts. These actually I feel like are perfect because they also have a little floral print, which A is very 2014 Coachella, but also because of the floral on the shawl. We gotta pick a belt. Okay, honestly, I have an embarrassing story about this belt. The last time I wore it, I had to go pee, I had to go to the restroom, so I dilly-dally on over to my toilet. I sit down, I'm literally about to go out with my friend. She's like waiting in the living room, and I'm freaking taking a pisser, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, I'm wearing my fringe belt. I looked down into the toilet bowl and the fringe was just completely soaking in the freaking pee bowl. But guys, don't worry, okay? I washed it in the freaking washing machine, okay? It is clean. But I was so mad because I was literally on my way out the door to go to a social event and I had to completely change up my outfit because I ruined my belt and I was so embarrassed I never even told my friend. Anyways, that's so cute. At this point, should we just lean into the 2014 Coachella vibes? Because I feel like that's the only way to go from here. I think the final step is the fringe boots that match the black and my feather earrings I just put in. And guys, honestly, I feel like the only direction to take this shawl was in the way of Coachella vibes. Editing alley here. I take that back. Actually, watching back the footage, I think that the white crop top with the white skirt could have made for a very good Stevie Nicks kind of aesthetic outfit if I had actually dove into that route. So I think that also would have worked for the shawl, but nonetheless, the Coachella was still cute. I feel like that's the only aesthetic where you can get away with such egregious flowering, but she's really giving. I'm really not gonna lie. Like, I could be plucked out of a 2014 Cosmopolitan magazine talking about Coachella, so.
Go. Stop. Left.
The print, the shape, the fit, a lot about this is just a little scary. But I feel like because of the red and black and maybe like the swirlies, it's giving me a little bit of Asian persuasion. Fun fact, when I went to prom my senior year of high school, I went in a group of 4 and we were all Asian. And so I posted our prom pics on Instagram and Twitter, and I think the caption said something about Asian persuasion. I always think of that when I hear Asian persuasion. Not that people say it casually, but anyway. Oh yeah, this definitely gives something my tita would wear. I'm thinking to make it a little less frumpy. Maybe we do a black mini skirt. Okay, yes, already the sleek, like tighter mini skirt vibe is definitely helping to elevate it, make it look a little more classy. Honestly, yeah, now we're talking. I think I could sew it, but I also wanted to show you guys a different option if you're too lazy to sew or if you don't want to sew. Just get a safety pin, a bigger one if you have more material you need to squeeze back. And I love this method because unlike sewing, you can also always revert back to the original shape of the item if you sometimes want it to be boxy, sometimes you want it to be tight. All you do is pinch back all the material that makes it be snatched, stick your safety pin through the chunk. I hope you can see this. Close it, and boom. Boom! Snatch-a-fina. Wait, that's actually so cute. I'm not even gonna lie, like, yeah! Me saying that as if I literally didn't do that with the top I was wearing in the random selection clips. Oh, and now we are literally freaking getting somewhere, guys. Okay, wow. This is now giving me like sexy, upscale, funky restaurant vibe or like assassin vibe. So I'm gonna do myself a little updo with this sword hairpin. I've literally been addicted to hairpins recently. I just think there's such a cooler way of putting up your hair than using a hair tie. I'm gonna twist my hair, put the sword above it, wrap it around, stick it through. Whew. I look like I'm coming for you in like a sexy but like also dangerous way. Guys, I really want tall, knee-high, black boots. And I know I have these that are thigh highs, so like same difference now, but I'm honestly getting in less of my platform era and more of my like sharp heel era. And I just really want a nice pair with that kind of heel. I'm thinking like, honestly, these Jeffrey Campbell ones have been calling my name. Shout out, JC, send me some please.
Send it to me, Rachel.
But for now, these will have to do. And okay, earrings, and then we're done. Do I even have to explain? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just had to mod for a second. Because what the heck? I feel like I did my big one with this one. Like, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this in mine before we did it? I'm proud of myself.
Go.
Okay, tell me a time.
Stop.
Really took our time with that one.
Oh, hell no!
Girl. Okay, so originally I thought that I would try to just ignore the big freaking Under Armour logo and just kind of go like the sexy all black outfit kind of way. But honestly, there's no ignoring this logo. So I'm thinking now that instead we kind of go the like sporty, casual, tomboy kind of outfit route. I'm definitely thinking a baggy jean, and I only have one pair of baggy jeans. I honestly rarely wear these, but I guess they're gonna come in handy now. Oh, I think we need to feminize it a little bit by tying it up in some way. We could either do like a back tie, a side tie, a front tie. Let's start with the classic back tie. It's kind of giving me dancer vibes, honestly. Like a little tight crop top with the baggy pants. Should we do belt?
Belt.
I don't know, is the belt making it a little too glam vibe? I think we stick with it. Guys, I'm feeling very unconfident. Maybe we could make it fun and sporty with like 2 pigtails or 2 buns. I feel like this is starting to give me like K-pop vibes for some reason. I don't even listen to K-pop, so I don't really know what they wear, but do we like the buns? I don't know. Wait, what if we pulled it over the shoulder? Maybe that would look better. Oh, okay. I think maybe. And then if we add some hoops, then I think we're looking hip hop or maybe K-pop ready. I feel like I might be saying the K-pop thing just because I'm doing a funky hairstyle and I watch K-pop Demon Hunters, so I think funky hairstyle equals K-pop. And because I have pink hair and I'm wearing black, so like black pink, and that's about the extent of my K-pop knowledge. Shoe-wise, the only sneakers I have are my dirty white high tops. They've seen a thing or two. But right now they're about to see this attempted 10 out of 10 outfit with my Under Armour top. Okay, actually though, high key, I feel like you would show up to Playground LA and you'd see about 10 motherfuckers wearing this outfit. Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm ready to bust a move. Is it my regular style? No. But honestly, I think I ate with what I was given. There's a lot of really awful skirts in this rack, so I'm particularly nervous about this category, but we'll just have to hope we get something with a little potential.
Go. Stop.
Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. How is it? This
It's
isn't even a
bad.
skirt.
Go. Stop.
Ooh. Honestly, this was probably one of the better items that I randomly selected. The first thing I thought of when I saw it was Brandy Melville. The baby blue, the light plaid, and Brandy always be selling maxi skirts, I swear. It's giving me East Coast, coastal, stops at a coffee shop, gets coffee, gets a croissant, goes to the bay where all the sailboats are, and I don't know, does whatever that someone lives on the northeast coast does, I guess. Oh my gosh. The fact that this fits low rise too, specifically my favorite freaking rise, is actually kind of crazy because when I pulled it out on the hanger, I thought it looked pretty big, but I picked out 3 possible tops to go with the skirt. Of course I wanted to go with like the white and blue profile the most, so I picked out these 2 white tops, although I'm thinking that this might just be a little too boxy because the skirt is already boxy. So maybe we go with this tight fitting number, but I also have the blue, but is this just giving like too... I got this top at a thrift market where the seller was selling like all her other pieces for $35 plus, but this one was only $15. And when I saw it hidden in the rack, I was like,
you're coming home with me.
I was debating if I should do a belt, but I feel like the belt would need to go under the top, like here. but I kind of think this outfit doesn't need a belt. Sometimes I feel like when I'm trying to make outfits look really high fashion or cool or unique, I just try to go crazy with the accessories, but sometimes the less the better. Should we lean into the coastal vibe or should we just match the colors? I think at the beginning, since I was talking about how it was giving me coastal vibes, then we should stick with that. I do still want to give little nods to the blue, so I'm gonna add these little blue earrings, and I also have this butterfly bracelet. I love how it was like blue butterfly necklace. Hell no. And then I just throw it on my wrist instead. Wait, I forgot I had this necklace. Ah! It's too late. I added some bangles and rings, and I'm adding this arm cuff. Am I overcompensating in jewelry for the fact that I excluded a belt? What the heck freaking shoe would I wear with this outfit? Maybe like a white heel, but first of all, I don't own a white heel, and second of all, for some reason the idea of a white heel gives me like cheap Shein fashion vibes or something. I guess maybe a loafer? Loafer or silver booty? Oh my gosh, okay, so the loafer I feel like is definitely leaning more into that Brandy Melville casual Northeast Coast vibe, but I feel like the silver booty is leaning more into alley core. And because we low-key already made this outfit a little more alley core with all the freaking arm jewelry I added, I think we should go with the silver booties. And with my Free People bag I got with making a purchase there in like 2014, here's our final fit. I don't know, maybe with this one sitting on the rack, you would have had the vision of what it could be. But honestly, when I saw the shape, I was a little bit worried. But girl, we're literally ready. Pack a bag, we're going to Maine to be by the water with the sailboats. Well friends, that is it for this video. I hope you learned a lot and got a lot of inspo for what you could do to pieces you find at the thrift that might not be so cute. Make sure y'all follow my socials here and subscribe to the beautiful fam. I'm so excited to be back and I can't wait for all the upcoming videos that I have planned. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.